G'day adults and welcome to your first online training. I just want to say on behalf of me, Sam and all the coaches, thank you so much for your support and for all the encouraging emails, texts and Facebook comments. So what our intention is right now is to upload some good training tips for you to follow along with. We're going to be uploading 2 videos a week. So we'll do our filming days on Mondays and Wednesdays and edit the footage and then have it up there for your training on the Tuesday and the Thursday nights. Obviously you'll have all week to access those videos, and every week you'll have 2 new training videos to follow along with. The classes will be pertaining to Taekwondo as well as kickboxing. So we'll be leaving out things like patterns and self-defense. However, Taekwondo class, you have full access to the Martial Arts University or the White Belt program that'll be emailed through to you. And what we're asked is that you keep track of your patterns and your self-defense online and checking in with exactly what you need to be doing at each level. The good news is we're getting close to grading times, so most of you already know what you need to know. That being said, if there's any queries or questions, please comment in the box below and we can get straight onto it and answer those questions. Please don't be afraid to ask, because more than likely if you have a question, then other people that are watching the videos may have the same questions and the answers will benefit everybody. So what I'd like to start with is a bow. And we can get started. Just a caveat here, guys, make sure your training area, wherever that may be, if it's in your lounge room, push the coffee table to the side, make sure you've got plenty of room to work in. And it's always good to have a training partner or at least someone close by watching in case you trip over or get lightheaded or whatever the case may be. All right, so what I wanted to start with is a few boxing drills. So I know that most of you are aware where your guarding stance should be, but it's a good warm-up to get the body moving. So you're going to start in your guard, bouncing around, and we're just going to get a feel of stepping or timing your left foot with your left hand. Okay, now if you're on tiles, let's say, okay, you want to be a little bit lower to the ground, you're going to focus a little bit careful on that step. Same if you're on a rug or whatever, but carpet, I think carpet's a good kind of, it bounces a little bit and you've got a little more control of your footwork there. I'm hoping that you're in your training gear and you've got bare feet. So we're going to go through again, you're bouncing, you're moving around. I want you to step your left foot and fire your jab. Any southpaws in the room, you're going to have your right foot forward and you're going to step your right foot with your right jab. Okay, now, as you're moving around, try and think about your angles and how you get from left to right. Fire the jab and move. It doesn't really matter if you kind of walk heel to toe right now. What's most important is you're circling around, controlling your breathing and keeping your guard and your chin tucked in where it should be. You're circling around, jab and move. Jab and move. Now we're going to slow it down. I want you to have a look at when and how your shoulder rolls into that punch. Anybody that trains in my classes during the week, you know that I've got a real kind of particular attention to how the shoulder replaces the fist as your guard. So as I step in, I'm rolling so the elbow's still down. And at the very last second, my shoulder pops up to my jaw and the elbow rolls out and I'm focused the 2 front knuckles on the target. So let's break it down a little bit. I want you to step slowly, twist, bring the shoulder up and bring it back. Twist, bring the shoulder up and bring it back. We do the same thing with the right hand now. As you rotate your back foot, you're going to twist, keeping your right elbow to the ground and roll the shoulder up at the very last second. We'll try it again. Twist the right foot through, keep the elbow down to the ground. Pop the shoulder up at the very last second, keeping your chin protected by this right shoulder. So now we're going to join them together as a drill. We'll step in, left jab, twist right cross, making sure the hands are up and the elbows are in. So, left foot, left hand, twist right foot, right hand. And again, step left foot, left hand, twist, right hand, right foot. I'll face this way now. Step, twist, and again, step, twist. And we'll do one more time facing the camera. Step, twist. And what I'd like you to do now is as the film fades to black, we'll give you 2 minutes just to work on that drill, move around, circle, get the heart rate up. At the end of this drill, you should have a bit of sweat on your brow, and then Sam will step in for the next part.
Hey guys, so Cole's just taking you through a boxing warm-up. Now I'm going to take you through one of the boxing drills we're going to be doing today. And it's obviously different and it's new and it's something you haven't done before. Okay, so let's start together. We're going to start with a left jab, then we're going to bring the hand back. I'm going to slip to my left side, so bring my right shoulder forwards, then throw a left hook and a right cross. From this position now, I roll under the arm, throw a right cross again, a left hook and a right cross. Okay? It all flows nicely together, but it's the small details which are the focus and the important parts. Okay? So I want you guys to do this with me now. So step forward and throw a jab. From here, bring your jab back and slip your right shoulder forward so you're slipping to your left. Okay? From this position, push off your front foot and throw a hook. Then twist off the back foot and throw your right cross. Okay? From here, you're going to imagine you're going to roll under your own armpit. So bring my hand back, I bend my knees, I roll the weight onto my back leg as I come up. So now this leg's loaded. I throw a right cross, left hook, and a right cross. Okay? I'll do it again facing towards you. Left jab. Slip your right shoulder forward, it's only a small movement here. All the weight's now on the front leg, you're going to push off the leg and throw a left hook, followed by a right cross. From here, you're going to roll under your arm, all the weight's in the back now, so I can push forwards, pull back, and push forwards again. Okay, I'll do it one more facing away so you can do it with me. Step forwards and jab, bring the guard back, slip to your left, a small movement. The front leg's loaded, you're going to push off it down and throw a left hook, then a right cross. You're going to roll under and pull the weight onto the back foot. So you're going to load the cross, the hook, and the cross again. Okay, so you put it all together. Jab, slip, hook, cross, roll, cross, hook, cross. Okay? So you give you 2 or 3 minutes to practice this. See if you can get it smooth and nice and fluid. And then we'll come back onto the next thing.
Okay guys, so what I wanted to touch on now is something that I went through last week. I think it was Tuesday, maybe Thursday last week. And that's just attaching the shoulders and getting everything really, really loose. Now in class, I might spend, 2 to 3 minutes on this. The beauty of being at home is you can pause the video and really try and get connected with what you're trying to achieve with your body. There's no rush. Okay, so the whole principle here is allowing your shoulders to move independent of the rest of your body. So they're detached from your chest, they're detached from your back, and you've got to really be able to loosen up certain parts of the body to get this to happen. So we're going to start with just bouncing up and down and letting the shoulders rise and fall with your movement. Now, if you're a stronger person, if you do a lot of upper body work, a lot of strong shoulders, you might find this difficult. You know, it's tempting to jump and brace the upper body. So you'll get the spring, but you'll get no movement. Okay, so what I really want to see happening is as you rise, your shoulders will come up higher than your chest and back, and as you drop, they'll jolt. Like I can feel it and I can see it happen when I'm looking in the mirror. If you're not training in front of a mirror, you'll feel it. You'll feel the shoulders rise and fall. And you can spend a couple of minutes doing this. You'll always see fighters or boxers doing this at the beginning of a fight, just loosening their body up. I think the trickiest part of this is there's certain parts of your body that are active. They're on. Your legs are on. Your core is on. But the upper half of your body is trying to remain loose. Now the next step to learning this principle is understanding that there's cause and effect. For every movement you make, every jump, every jolt, every movement forward or backwards, there's a result. There's something that happens after that. So what we're talking about here is, okay, if I'm bouncing up and down, after my shoulders drop, what is the cause, what's the effect, and how can I manipulate that? So the next drill might be, okay, I want to get the jolt happening, but I want to use that jolt to try and elevate the fists in position to where I might want to use them. So the best time I can explain me using this is when I'm doing my ribs or my uppercuts of my left and my right hand. So if I can do, I'm going to start to get the jolt happening, and as my shoulder drops, it drops the elbow. As the elbow drops, my forearm or my arm is in a position to bring the hand up. Now when I teach people this, often the first thing that happens is they get a little bit scrambled in their brain and they kind of go down and up at the same time. They'll bend their knees and they'll try and throw their hand up. And it's kind of the opposite. I create the drop, but then I stop the drop. It's like putting the brakes on. And it's as I stop the drop that it creates the movement, okay? And over the years I've seen loads and loads of people attempt to do this. Sometimes it's luck, like you'll do it 10 times and 3 out of those 10 times you'll nail it, and the other 7 will just be completely mind-boggling for you. So if you do get confused and it's not working for you, then every now and then go back to your jumping, relax the shoulders again, and then go back to the mechanism, go back to the movement, right? So I'm starting a lift, I drop, and as I drop, that's when the fist comes up. Works really well with uppercuts, but I do the same thing with my jabs. I step, I allow the shoulders to flex, and then I can pop the hand out. And I do a right cross, I flex, I allow the shoulder to stay back, and then I flick it forward again. So it's all about being loose where you need to be loose, and tense where you need to be tense. Okay, so bouncing is the first step, getting everything relaxed, allowing the shoulders to move. Stepping and allowing the shoulder to be loose as you throw your punches, right? And then the last step is ticking the box and making sure the finished position of the punch, whatever that is correct. So when I do my jab, have I flexed? And does the shoulder end up where it should be? Is my right hand on my guard? When I twist and throw my right cross, I allow the flex to happen, but does the arm end up in the right position? And what I would say to you, anyone that's learning boxing, the mechanics, like piecing everything together is one thing, but getting the feel and the fluidity with those strikes, that's the X factor, that's the hard part. Repetition is king, but really getting a feel for your strikes is paramount. So good luck with the drills. What we'll do now is we're going to put the black screen on for 2 minutes, so you can have a little practice. If you need longer, then pause it for longer and really get your head around this. At the end of this 2-3 minute work, you should be a bit sweaty like I am, and you should have a better understanding of how your body wants to move. Good luck with it, guys. We'll see you soon.
Okay, everybody, so for today's class, we're going to finish off with a bit of conditioning for your bandocha, your instep kick, or your roundhouse kick for the kickboxing in the room. Okay, so obviously your instep kick, you set up from a guarding stance position. Your focus is on turning that bottom foot all the way around, keeping good posture, slightly leaning back if you need to, but then stretching the kick out and bending it back. So nice clean lines. Okay, so I'll twist, kick, pull back, and land forwards. So that's your basic instep kick. Now we're going to work one really good drill which I use personally all the time for hours and hours and hours to make sure my kick is getting better and stronger. Okay, so the best place if everyone's going to do this at home is the wall. So the way we're going to set this up is you're going to get your bottom foot facing towards the wall the best you can. You're going to use your hand to rest against the wall, and you're going to lift your leg up into that side position. Okay, so from here, my toes are pointed, my knee is running parallel, it's not facing up too much or down. Now if your knee is facing down, then you can obviously adjust your foot by turning it less to help that knee pull across, and it makes it a little bit easier for you. Okay, so we're going to set up our position on the wall here. You're going to make sure if you can, you get your leg 90 degrees and at the same height as your hip. From here, you stand side on, and you're going to stretch your leg all the way out and all the way back. That's one set, one rep. There we go, 2 and 3. You're going to try and do 20, 4, 5, all the way to 20. You're going to feel it burning in your hips, sometimes your glutes and your back, but you've got to try and focus on keeping good posture here and just allowing your leg to go out all the way back. Okay? If you can get 20 repetitions, then you want to try and do that 3 times, so 60 reps altogether off both legs. For those who can find this quite easy, same thing here now. I lean back a little bit and my kicks go a little bit higher. Okay? Once you're in a position where you can throw all 3 sets of 20 fairly easy, then you want to think about the next step is using not a wall. Okay? So off the wall now I twist, I get my balancing position, making sure my body is strong. Then I do the same thing. I try and smash out 20 kicks here, keeping good posture, good balance, with nice clean technique. Okay, if you get the 3 sets of that, I'll be very impressed. Come in when we start classes back as normal and show us how you go.
So g'day guys, there it is. That's your first online training. We've tried to keep today a bit light and fun. Just remember though, you've got access to your online portal and that has everything you need to know from white belt through to black belt. So make sure you're following along, checking in with your pattern at least twice a week. If you have any questions at all, please comment in the box below. If there's any particular training drills that you're interested in learning or you want to take advantage of now you've got the extra time at home, please let us know and we can do the videos as soon as you post it through. At the moment, we're trying to do filming on a Monday and a Wednesday, so we can upload your training videos on a Tuesday and a Thursday. And obviously we'll have access to those videos for the entire week, and then we'll have fresh ones for the following week. We really hope you're enjoying the training, guys. I know it can be difficult being disciplined and motivated to train at home, but just keep in mind we've got gradings coming up in 2 weeks' time, and then if we are shut down for a long period of time, we want to be getting ready for the next grading in 4 months after that. So keep us in tune with where you're at. Please keep motivated, keep on training, guys. We're here if you need us. We'll see you in the next video.